Канадсько-українська мистецька фундація розпочинає новий сезон 11 вересня виставкою робіт відомого канадського митця Петра Шостака, який буде присутній на відкритті. Уляна Глинчак мала змогу порозмовляти з маестро Шостаком про цю виставку.
Welcome to Ukrainian television network Contact. I am honored today to have as my guest joining me from Courtenay, British Columbia, prominent Canadian artist Pítер Šostak. Hello, Peter. How are you?
Hello, everyone. Hello.
Thank you for joining us. I know that Ukrainian Canadian Art Foundation in the month of August has been receiving many crates from you, and we are very excited to see what's in those crates. But before we start talking about your upcoming exhibit, I would like to ask you, how did you as an artist live through pandemic?
Oh, I spent a lot of time in the studio. It gave me an opportunity to go through a lot of my photographs. So there was a lot of editing, a lot of sorting. But we were in contact with individuals from all over. So the pandemic really didn't affect me that much, except we didn't travel anywhere. So we basically had the opportunity to be in the studio with my wife, to be at home and to catch up on a lot of things.
So Ukrainian Canadian Art Foundation, as I mentioned, is opening the season with your solo art exhibit. And I am very pleased to announce to the viewers that artist Pítер Šostak will be present at the opening. This is happening on September 11th at 2 p.m. in Kunf Gallery. Peter, tell us please, what are you bringing to us?
You're getting 20 oil paintings, and you're getting silk screens. You're getting 4 serigraphs, silk screen prints. The paintings, a lot of smaller ones, mainly because transportation is always an issue in sending paintings. Certainly with the post office, I try to use the post office as much as possible, as they seem to be the most reliable. And they do have a size limit, so that I was limited. So the paintings themselves, they basically stem from probably what I would refer to as 3 main sources for me. First of all, there are several paintings that still deal with the early pioneer experience in Canada. And that's something that was very important to me, for us to know and to understand that the first wave of immigrants' life was extremely difficult, with absolutely no support system. So there are a few paintings from that, and then probably the majority of the paintings are coming from my own childhood experiences of growing up on a farm in northeastern Alberta when we still had severe winters. So a lot of the paintings zero in on some of the play activities that we were involved in, which is again during the winter time, certainly hockey, tobogganing. So these activities are prominent in a lot of my paintings. And then and included also in terms of both the pioneers and the paintings of my childhood are some of the symbols that were very visible on the prairies, the symbols that said, yes, this is where the Ukrainians settled. So that these symbols were the original houses, the folk architecture, which is very distinct and different. And then more importantly were the churches, which are very symbolic of where the settlers were. And the churches, most of the churches are still there. So these are prominent in my paintings. And lastly, I've made a number of trips to Ukraine, some of them specifically photography trips. And a few paintings are based on a few of the village scenes that I was able to capture. So that sort of encapsulates the themes, the scope of the paintings that are going to be on display.
Well, thank you very much. We are anxiously waiting for this exhibit to open. And as you mentioned that you traveled through Ukraine, could you please tell me, how are you as an artist and human being affected by the war in Ukraine right now?
it's affecting me in a big way. When the war first started, I couldn't wait to wake up in the morning and have the TV on and subscribe to channels that I didn't have enough subscribed to before, just so that I can get the news. And it's horrific as to what is going on and the destruction that is taking place. I, in my travels, did not travel to eastern Ukraine. I think the furthest east, if you want to call it, would be Mykolaiv, Odessa. So everything else was basically west of that. That's the extent of my travel. But in the last little while, we've had an opportunity to meet a few of the refugees that have arrived from Ukraine. In fact, we had a young couple at our house last week. We had an opportunity to meet them and talk to them and find out what life is like for them here in Canada. They've been here for a month, and fortunately, they are settling in and seem to be doing reasonably well. They're both from Kryvyi Rih, so an area that I think is being affected right now.
Thank you very much, Peter, for your answer. And I would like to remind our viewers that please note your calendar, September 11th at 2 p.m., Kunf Gallery at 145 Evans Avenue West. We are having a solo exhibit opening of Pieter Šostak, and Peter will be present at the opening. So welcome, everyone. This exhibition will run from September 11th to October 9th at the gallery. Peter, we are looking forward to see you at the exhibit in Toronto. You have nice travels. Slava Ukraini.
Yes, Slava Ukraini. Thank you very much. We look forward to meeting with everyone. Thank you.
Thank you very much.